I don't know about you, but I was expecting this amazing glow up after my first year becoming a BCBA because I have just got through the roughest part of the journey. Well, what I was not expecting is I did get a glow up. Definitely was not the glow up that I expected. Let me tell you what actually changes after your first year as a BCBA and why it has nothing to do with feeling like an expert. Because this shift did not happen all at once. It happened slowly, gradually, over time. But first, I really want to debunk some first year myths because people expect to feel confident within their first year as a BCBA. They expect to feel like an expert because they carry the title of a BCBA, and they expect some type of identity shift. But instead, you're going to feel scrambled. Your confidence is going to be completely low. You're going to be guessing a lot with your workflow, with your schedules, with your clients, your cases. In every new situation, it's going to feel like your first day all over again. And you're constantly going to be doubting yourself, asking, why don't I feel like a BCBA? Why do I feel like I don't deserve this? But for me, somewhere around the 11th month mark is where that shift kind of took place. My days became a lot more structured. I created workflows for myself, supervision routines, paperwork routines, treatment plans routines. I started to get a better understanding of my role. I was not by any means an expert, but I got a better understanding. I definitely started moving a lot more slower, more intentional with my days. They felt less chaotic and more just, flowy. A cancellation or a no-show did not disrupt my entire day anymore. It was just like, oh, okay, moving on to the next task. And problem solving just became so natural. And I realized I wasn't trying to be a BCBA in those moments. I was just doing my job. I realized in that moment, like, just because I'm a BCBA means nothing when I'm sitting in this job with this title. Because at the end of the day, when I look at my job description, it says clinical supervisor. I confused those two roles because being a BCBA and being a clinical supervisor are two completely different things. I mean, I'm also a BCBA, but I'm a clinical supervisor. And that shift grounded me. It kept me humble. It made sure that I didn't confuse or blur the lines of what my actual job description was. Because here's the thing that nobody wants to tell you. Being a clinical supervisor and a BCBA are two completely different skill sets. Most of my job isn't ABA itself. Majority of my job was advocating for my RBTs and families, navigating tough parent conversations, making ethical decisions, collaborating with the school staff, OT staff, PT, OT, being the emotional anchor for your team, monitoring graphs, monitoring progress, setbacks, knowing when behaviors are medical or not, understanding when things are out of your control and learning how to pivot from those situations, and saying I don't know when you genuinely don't know without shame. And most of these situations require me as a person and not the BCBA from the textbook. Now, I don't know about you, but I remember that Cooper book and the supervision section was small compared to everything else in that book. But that's the part no one wants to tell you. You learn this big giant book on how to be a BCBA and they have a small chapter on how to be a supervisor. Once I understood and realized being a BCBA is only about 30% of my title and my job description. The bulk of my job is being a clinical supervisor. Once I understood that, everything became so much easier. So when I say the glow up wasn't what I expected, I mean it genuinely wasn't what I expected. The glow up wasn't, I just finished my first year, now I know everything. It was accepting that I still don't know a lot of things, but I still show up anyways. And this acceptance calmed my nervous system. It gave me the patience and permission to give myself grace. It took so much pressure off of myself. It allowed me to improve my relationship with my RBTs. It made me more of an honest person, more human to other people. It developed my soft skills even more than what they were. It allowed me the skills of delegating between what is important and what can be a group collab work. And it made the job so much more sustainable. And once that clicked, I finally felt that after 1 year post glow up. The grace that I'm giving myself is I stopped taking failures personal, and I accepted that some things are out of my control, and if they are in my control and I mess up, that's okay. It's normal to mess up. That's how we learn. We don't learn by doing everything right the first time. We learn by making mistakes and learning from those mistakes. I stopped expecting myself to know everything. There's so much to learn, and to this day, I am over a year and I'm still learning something new. From my staff, from my team, from parents, from my supervisor, I am learning something every single day. I start seeing myself as a part of a team instead of the leader of that team. And I finally just accepted that I deserve a life outside of the job. And once I'm done, I'm done. And now I can go live my own life. I say all of this to tell you that this glow up after your first year isn't necessarily confidence. It's clarity. Or at least it should be clarity. You realize you can handle your days a lot more smoothly. You can support your team and rely on your team when you're not there. And you'll learn the ability to adjust, adapt for a better flowy day. I just let go of that feeling that I need to be an expert and I want to be at the top of my field. And I took on the role of I'm a supervisor. And my team and my clients actually need me to be focused on them. And I promise once I made this shift, everything became so much better. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you check out this next video. I will see you next time. Bye.